Hello everybody, welcome back to Linda Tina TV. If you're new to my channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Today we're going to be talking about life after motherhood. Obviously, I'm going to be talking from my experience, but I think mothers relate a lot in many of these issues, so let's get right into this video. Personal time. So when you become a mother, you do not have the luxury of just waking up and doing whatever you want at whatever time you want. We kind of have routines, you know. Kids have to feed at a certain time, so you learn to feed them at a certain time, to bathe them at a certain time. They need to go to school, and then you need to pick them up at a certain time. So you just live on routines, you know. And I'm not even a mother who's so keen on routines, so my kids don't even bathe at a particular time. But then you have to kind of follow a certain routine to be able to go through your day. Otherwise, you'll go crazy. Body changes. Now this is something I'll probably make a separate video about. Your body is going to change when you become a mother, and some people don't change. Some women remain just the same, like they've never had a child. But for some other women like me, you're going to have to deal with body weight, stretch marks, cellulite, and some body parts are going to sag a little bit more than they did before. So all these changes are things you have to accept and learn to live with. You know, you learn to live with the new you and the new body you're in, and then also try to make yourself better. But of course there's some scars or marks that are not going to go away, and that's motherhood for you. Still about body changes, we all know motherhood comes with weight gain. Now some people don't gain so much, some people don't gain at all, some people lose it immediately, the famous snapping back, and some people don't even lose it at all. I gained 22 kilograms with my first, and then with my second I gained 20, but it took me a while and some effort to lose that weight. I'm actually going to be talking about losing the baby weight in one of my next videos, so stay tuned if you're interested in hearing about that. Weight gain and struggling to lose that weight and stay in shape is another thing to deal with after you've had baby. Another thing after having babies that you may have to deal with is self-esteem. So of course, if your body changes and you're not, you know, that person you used to be, I've dealt with that before, you may have to deal with some low self-esteem if you don't look as perfect as you used to look in your bikini, if you can't wear your bikini anymore. So self-esteem is one of the things that could come with motherhood, but then that is something you can work on by learning to love yourself. Sex life. I've heard of women who have lost their sexual urge after children for weeks, for months, for a year or so. Now, even when you still have your sexual urge going on, you may not have the time to make love to your partner. The kids are either crying, or you're too tired after a long day, or you've had so many sleepless nights that the last thing on your mind is making love. Or on a good day, you're in for it and you know you've got this thing going on, and then the baby wakes up. So that's another thing about how your life changes after babies. And even when they get older, actually when they get older it gets even more tricky, because you know you're scared they're gonna bump into you while you're, you know, doing your thing. So intimacy can be affected a little bit, but that's something you can work on and find ways and tricks and, you know, how to handle it. Your social life and your circle of friends. Now when you become a mother, your priorities change, and the way you do things change. You may not have as much time to do things like you used to with your friends, you know, hanging out, and even your conversation changes. So this is something that you deal with after you've had babies. You create new friends, you may lose a few friends who do not appreciate your new life, or are just bored about hearing you talking about baby poo and what your baby ate and what milestone your baby is hitting. So you may gain new friends, mommy friends who kind of understand the things you're going through, people you can hang with the kids, people who won't get tired of being around crazy kids, around crying babies. And then some friends may just not be comfortable around you with kids. You know, if they're not so into kids, they may not be comfortable around you with kids, which is fine. So your circle of friends and your social life changes when you become a mother. I remember, I mean, anyone who knows me knows I like to have a good time. I like to go out. I like to party. And don't get me wrong, I still do. But when you become a mother, you know that when you go out and stay out there till 5 or 6 a.m., you're gonna come back and have to deal with fatigue, a hangover, and that baby will not understand. If they want their breakfast, they want their breakfast. If they want to play, they want to play. No questions asked. So your social life changes a little bit, your friends change a little bit, your conversations change a little bit. I mean, I talk about my kids every single day. So you need to find people who are interested in hearing about that all the time, because that's just what motherhood is. Baby blues and postnatal depression. Now, baby blues is what you get immediately after you've had the child. So, you're dealing with a crying baby, a baby who doesn't sleep, a baby who won't bark, But then there's also postnatal depression. This goes on for several months after you've had a child, and very many women have to deal with this. Where I come from in Africa, Uganda, postnatal depression is not taken as something serious. They think, okay, you just had a baby, you're a little bit tired. But it's actually a condition that can be really serious that women have to deal with. Some women have to deal with after they've had a child. You get feelings of resentment and anger towards your child. Some women get suicidal. So that is something to check on if you're getting these crazy ideas after you've had a child. I've generally talked about how your life changes after you've had a child, immediately and even later when they're getting older. So if I've left out anything, mothers out there, let me know, what are those changes you've gone through after having children? It doesn't matter if they're still young, if they're older. I would like to hear about all that. Share it with us. I'm sorry if this video scared people who are not yet mothers. That was not my intention. Motherhood is such a lovely, lovely feeling. I wish I could put it in words, but there are no words to explain what it feels to see yourself in a human being every single day. It's like having your heart out of your body, That's how motherhood feels. So it's amazing. It comes with some of these, little things that you have to deal with, that you actually do learn to deal with, and then you enjoy the rest of it, and it's amazing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making other videos about motherhood. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, please stay tuned to my channel, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.